Ice is a devastating drug. We see it just, it's tearing families and communities apart.
Just to watch it unfold has been quite horrific on occasions.
It's having a really incredible negative effect on, people's quality of life, people's ability to get into work. Families are being destroyed, and ice plays a huge part in that.
Quite often what we're seeing, as always with addiction, the addiction's only ever the symptom of the underlying issues that they carry. Some people can get away with a few beers a week to feel comfortable with themselves, to hide their issues. Some people, the more they carry, the more issues they carry, the shame, the blame, the guilt of life, the traumas of life. Sometimes they end up needing to be very, very tranquilised to hide from themselves, if you like. And it's in this that we see the ice is the extreme at the moment.
People can feel isolated, people feel stressed, and then here's this drug that, people are touting that it makes you feel better, that, can help with this, it can help with that. It can become an attractive option for people who are feeling, a little bit disenfranchised or, a little bit overwhelmed with the decisions that they may have to make moving into the next stage of young adult life. It's really difficult, to try and say to anyone, let alone a young person, where, social relationships are so important, that they need to move away from those social relationships. They need to end those friendships. It's really difficult. What we address with our model of treatment, which is a therapeutic community, is creating another, I suppose, an alternative circle of friends. Friends who, who share the same experiences as them, share the same struggles, but begin to formulate strong connections, in a healthy environment.
We got together with Community for Geelong, myself, Geelong Connected Communities and a few other businesses and Bowen Health, and formed a group to tackle this ugly drug. It is purely a preventative and education campaign. It's been going for about 18 months now, and starting to roll out. A lot of the actions come from a summit done approximately about a year ago, which involved over 70 people from different organisations around Geelong and regional Victoria.
The thing with ice is it's a behavioural changer, and with that comes with a lot of social and criminal problems that we're facing here in Geelong, but also right across the state. Individually, it changes their behaviour normally into an aggressive state, and that comes with the change in chemicals within the brain, what the ice does to you. And so the ice user normally gets into a psychosis state, a flight or fight mode within the body, and so therefore it takes on the aggression, and that's why we see a lot of violent crimes, a lot of domestic violence associated with ice, a lot of road rage is associated with ice. With the ice user, they think they don't have much of a problem because they can't see it, but there's a lot of angst and issues amongst the family, and ice users normally start violence within the family. They start stealing money, they're dishonest, they disappear, and that flows on into workforces where they work, they're not turning up, they're taking sick days. So that ripple effect is very great, a lot greater.
What we're seeing when they come through the rehabilitation centre is they have their families and that. There's often family intervention orders in the way. Family are often at death's door, trying to support, trying to walk beside their addicted child. And by that I'm meaning child who could be 35, 45 years of age even. It's going right through all the different age groups, and the devastation it causes to the immediate family is just phenomenal.
You could see, there'd be a direct correlation between, increased ice use and increased mental health admissions, psychosis, violence, suicide, I would imagine. So there's this thing that we as AOD workers, workers in the drug and alcohol sector, we've had to become adept at working with mental health too, because they just go hand in hand.
Our Town Ice Fight is an organisation which is banded together through local community in Geelong. We are all about awareness, prevention and education. So we go to sporting clubs, we'll have a talk, into schools, we'll have a talk, and into even hotels. We educate the staff, especially the larger chain hotels, where the problem is big with chefs and staff in there as well. So we as a group go in there, educate them, tell them the street smart things about what to look for, a couple of stories, and virtually where they can get help at the end, and give them some tools that they can work in their own environment.
One of the most powerful things that have come out of our Town's Ice Fight, and where I'm constantly getting feedback of amazement, is that it's all been privately funded. Over the last 12 months we've raised approximately $150,000, and out of that has all been in relation to community actions. All that money has directly gone back into community actions. Nowhere in the country has projects on this size been privately funded. Even government thought they funded it, but government hasn't funded it.
How we got started was put their hand in the pocket first and said, righto, let's go. It was GCC, which is Geelong Connected Communities. Had been fantastic from the start through Bendigo Bank. We couldn't have got started without them, and they're so important, these organisations, GCC and the type, just to get a community group together and making them proactive, and everyone becomes a better person from it, I think. I just want, as a whole town, I want everyone to get a behind and say, hey, ice, not in this town.
There's two people in this world. There's ones that get up and make a difference, and there's others that sit back and wait for someone else to do something. What has been extremely pleasing for me is that I haven't had to go out and forcibly find money. The money has flowed in without me asking, and that's come mainly from private business, people who said, yep, we'll back you 100%, get up and have a go. And that has been a key difference, because it not only engaged the business community, it's engaged the general community, but given an opportunity where everyone can work together on the common cause. And it's been a very, very powerful message to the rest of the country how Geelong has fully funded its own initiatives.
Doesn't matter where you're from, a grammar school, private school, or you never went to school. It affects all demographics. And I just wish I can grab the government by the throat and say, hey, you've got to put some more money into this. Put more in education and prevention, because it's a vital thing, and you can see what it's doing to especially smaller towns and communities like Geelong. So I encourage all Geelong businesses just to get on a website, www.icefight.com.au, and get some information, start the conversation. Mate, that's the most important thing. Whether when you go home at night, talk to your kids, ask them. It doesn't matter how young or old they are. Just ask them. It's what they know about it, and educate them and tell them what happens if you do get trapped in this ugly, filthy drug.